In a world full of SUVs, where some manufacturers go, we should probably make a hatch, and then turn that hatch into an estate, also known as a long boy. Well, Toyota instead decided to say this.
誰もが気に入る完璧な車はすでに存在している。あとはそれをツーリングに適したものにするだけだ。
Yeah, so basically they turned their SUV, the bZ4X, into an estate, into a long boy. This is the touring version. We're in Slovenia and we're driving it. So this is the normal bZ4X, all 4,690 millimetres of it. But then when they decided to do the touring, they said, let's add an extra 140 millimetres. That's what they did. And then an extra 200 on top. So that's the difference. Got it? Yeah. So from the front, it still looks the same. It's basically the same as the outgoing bZ4X, which we know and love, maybe? I mean, it's worth going back to look at Batch's video because he's done a full studio walk around so you can see the full differences. But you've still got that plastic covering along the top, which I know is to make it look rugged and maybe to stop reflections on the windscreen. I'm not really a fan. But down the side, the wheel arches. Now this is actually a nod back to the original bZ4X because it used to have the plastic rugged arches, but now the outgoing one has body coloured ones. But this is, I think, a way to try and win over the RAV4 fans. If you want to get an electric RAV4, maybe you would look at this touring version. You've got roof rails as standard. Now when you're stationary, they can carry 300 kilograms, or when you're driving, that can carry 80 kilograms. And then at the back, that's where the party's at, because that's where you've got loads more space in the boot. I'm showing you this side because this is the prettier side, which I'm going to tell you about in a minute. Look at the size of that panel gap. Have you seen that? The reason is, on this side, they decided to put the window stickers in bright white writing and in really weird random places. I mean, they've got the stickers on the other side, but they made them black writing, and I checked. And every single car on this car launch has the same thing on this side of the car. So I'm hoping that when the car does go into production properly and they end up on the roads, that won't happen. And that's black writing. And down here, please, because it's annoying. The bum. I mean, at first I looked at it and went, oh, it looks a bit like a RAV4, but actually it totally doesn't. I thought, in my head, a RAV4 has a full light bar, but it doesn't. It's got the split lights, but this has a full light bar and the teeny tiniest badge I ever did see, which I guess is a cute, nice thing. I mean, it's not a bad looking rear end, is it? It looks much nicer than the normal bZ4X, I think. It just looks a lot more practical and just a better style than the normal bZ4X. So that's a good thing. And the boot is magnificent. Also, electrified boot lid, and this is the entry-level model. It's electrified. It's the little things, isn't it? It really is. And would you look at that? Look at that. That's a big boy. That's a big, chunky, big, spacious boy. And you've got space underneath the boot floor there for your cables, and then a couple of little sort of flappies on the side where you can keep a bit more storage. And it's huge. I mean, it's 669 litres of space, which is 148 litres more than the outgoing bZ4X. This can also tow 1,500 kilograms. This is a spacious baby. I'm doing it. Hang on. Oh my, look at this. There's cyclists coming past and they're gonna think it's weird. It's so spacious in here. Can you see me?
You can sleep down.
You could totally sleep here. Because you could put the seats down like that. They fold 60-40. While Manos goes to sleep, allow me to tell you the battery side of things. So both versions of this car is front wheel drive and all wheel drive, but both of them come with the same battery, which is a 74.7 kilowatt hour battery. Now the ranges in both cars are very, very different. Now the reason that we chose to film with this one today, this is the front wheel drive entry level model, we decided that this would probably be the best seller because this has the bigger range, which I'm going to tell you about while I'm driving. Charging wise, you've got 11 kilowatts on this for your AC charging. If you go for the top trim, the all-wheel drive version, then you get to have 22. But top whack full DC rapid charging is 150, which is fine. Not mega fast, but fine. He finds batteries and numbers and things really boring, so. Or
Found
just
you boring.
Oh, it finds me boring. Yeah, it finds me boring. It is so spacious back here. That's crazy. That is set up for my driving position. I'm 5'6.5", 169 centimetres, and would you look at that? That is huge. Loads of room. So much space. A couple of charge points back there. A couple of cup holders there. Just black materials here, but again, it's just the design version. It's not top spec. If you do go for that, then you also can get a panoramic roof, which comes back to about here. Doesn't go all the way, comes back to about there, but will brighten up the cabin a little bit. When I climbed in the boot, I got a bit of carpet burn on my elbow and it's really stingy. For the entry-level design trim, this is all right. I don't know, maybe I've just hit a level where I expect so much less in an entry level than I would in a top spec. So in the top spec XL, you obviously get different materials, the panoramic roof and the nicer speakers, all that sort of stuff. But in here, it's all right. I mean, look, 2 wireless charge ports. 2. One for you, one for your passenger. The materials are also all right. I mean, there's a bit of gloss black there, but that could have all been gloss black, couldn't it? And then there's a bit of storage under here. There's no glove box for some reason. And all up here is squish. That is squish. Squishy. Squish. And I quite like the feel of that squish. That doesn't open like that, by the way. That opens like that. And then you've got a little bit of storage in there. Cup holders. Steering wheel takes a bit of getting used to. Now, I remember feeling the same in the normal bZ4X because it's really low. It's very similar to a Peugeot in that you look over the top to be able to see that driver screen in front of you. But for me, if I have it too low, it's going to hit my legs. So if you are of the taller variety, you might have to raise it up a little bit and then maybe try and look through the middle bit, or you'll just end up doing a lot of this to make sure that you can see the screen. But that screen is very straightforward, gives you lots of information. This screen is fine. Now this just comes as standard. Again, this is the entry-level model, so this is the large screen that you're going to get. There's a few little bugbears that I have within it that I want to tell you about. So you've got the climate control that's all kind of on the screen here, but your temperature you can change like this, which is very nice. But your bing bongs. Now, when I say bing bongs, I'm talking about when you're on a different road and the speed is slightly different, and then all of a sudden, if it doesn't read it correctly and thinks you're speeding, it will start bing bonging. Or this sensor here is your driver monitor alert, which basically means it's making sure that you're paying attention to the road at all times. So if you ever do this, if you ever look at a screen, or if you ever drive like this, that will also bing bong. Now the bing bongs, to switch them off, are very hard to find. But your first one, which is the speed one, is if you press that button there, and then you can turn that on and off from there, and then you can mute it up the top there. Fine. This one, which is my biggest hatred, I understand that we need them for ADAS systems and safety and all of the things, and I get it, but this annoys the hell out of me in modern cars, so I always try and switch it off. So here's how you do it. Settings, scroll, driving assist, driver support, scroll, driver monitor alert, switch it off. You are welcome. Anytime, guys. I'm just here to help you. Do you know what I mean? Visibility is also very good in here. I think as well, because we're in an estate now, in a long boy, that rear window is nice and upright, so you can see so much of what's going on behind you. And all of the windows, very large, very spacious and very airy. And it weirdly doesn't feel as big as the car actually looks, which is a positive. Actual physical buttons on the steering wheel, we like that. Some buttons here, what's that do? Checks the surroundings. And then you've got some modes down here. You've got snow mode in the front wheel drive version. It basically means that it's going to help the front wheels grip a little bit better if you're ever stuck in snow. But you'll be better off with all wheel drive if you're ever stuck in that situation more often. We also get front heated seats in the entry level. In the top spec you get rear heated seats and ventilated seats in front. So, yeah. Okay team, we're going to take this nice and gentle. That's mostly because Manos and I have just had lunch and Manos gets car sick and we're on very windy roads right now, so I'm going to try and behave myself. But I'll be honest with you, right? This car is designed to be driven gently, in my humble opinion. The front-wheel drive version has 224 horsepower, which is perfectly fine. I think that's a nice place for this car to sit. And range-wise, will give you 366 miles. 366. And the only way you're going to get those 366 miles is if you achieve 4.9 miles per kilowatt hour, which you're not going to get in a car of this size. There's no way you're going to get that in a car of this size. I mean, we've done some maths and we had a little look on our little screen earlier, and we're getting 3.5 miles per kilowatt hour, which if you do the mathematics with the battery numbers and all that sort of stuff, you're actually getting around 260 miles. So you need to be a bit more realistic. It's very sunny here in Slovenia. It's perfect electrifying electric car weather, isn't it? But we're still not getting those numbers that Toyota claim can happen. So then you've got the all-wheel drive version. Now there is a reason that I genuinely think this front-wheel drive version is the sweet spot, and that's because I think there's a bit too much going on in the all-wheel drive. So you've got 380 horsepower. That's a 0 to 62 time of 4.5 seconds. 4.5 seconds. It's the most powerful EV that Toyota have ever built. And why have they put it in a big SUV estate? I don't know. It doesn't need it really, does it? Range-wise, that will do 297 miles. Again, between us, you're probably not going to get that. You're probably going to get 200. 200 sounds about fair, I think, in the all-wheel drive. I mean, unless you desperately need an all-wheel drive car because you like to go off-roading, which that car can do, by the way. It can wade, I think it was 50 centimetres. It can wade 50 centimetres. And it can go off-roading and go through the mud and do all the grippy things. Unless you desperately need that, this is the car you'd want to get. The front-wheel drive, entry-level model, done. Because it drives great. I'm having a very pleasant time right now. There's not a lot of body roll, considering it's quite a large car, and we're going around some windy roads. It's not rolling like I thought it would roll. It's very smooth. It's very quiet. It's a very pleasant place to be. This will be the kind of car that will probably be taken to school runs, that kind of thing. If people are staying away, do a little family trip down to the beach, that kind of thing. Chuck loads of stuff in the boot, chuck your dogs in the boot. This isn't the kind of car that's going to be thrown about. It doesn't feel as big as what it looks on the outside while you're driving it, actually. I mean, I know it's only an extra, 140 millimetres on the back, so it doesn't feel that much bigger than the normal bZ4X. But it's very pleasant. You've also got flappy paddles for your regen braking. You don't have one pedal driving, as far as I'm aware. I mean, if I switch it all off, flap, I am coasting, having a pleasant time. We've got 4 levels, so we can go 1 level, can feel it a little bit. Level 2, a little bit more. Level 3, oh, it's 3 levels. And we're coming to a stop. Are we coming to a stop? A gentle creep. It's not that forceful. I quite like a bit of force in my regen braking, so I'd like it to be a bit more. But it doesn't offer that. It pulls away really nicely. This is the less powerful one. So when you put your foot down, you've got that sort of little pull that you get with any EV. So you're still going to win at the traffic lights if you want to, because it's got that instant pull away. But it's not too in your face. It's done in a very nice way. Fair play, Toyota.
We all know that you might not want to buy a new car, and if you're looking at used EVs, then the website is where we can help people avoid the usual mistakes. So we've listed used cars, but with the context that actually matters, like battery warranty and guides with what to watch out for. So if you're watching on a TV or a computer, you can scan the QR code and browse on your phone while the video keeps playing.
Your thoughts, please, in the comment section below. I mean, it's got all of the practicality of an SUV with the added practicality of having it as an estate, as an along boy. So really, it's a win-win, isn't it? I haven't told you pricing yet though, have I? Right. If you go for this version here, the front-wheel drive design spec entry-level model, that starts at just under £46,000, so £45,995 to be precise. If you go for the all-wheel drive version, That's basically an extra £6,000 more. So it's £51,695. I mean, you get the all-wheel drive system, you get, you know, nicer materials, panoramic roof, you know, all that kind of stuff. Is it worth it? I don't think it is. I think this is the sweet spot. I think this is the one you would want. Now, I know at the moment we're seeing a lot more bZ4Xs on the road, and that's because the car's been out for a while, so you can get some better deals. So if you're desperately after one of these, then go for it. But if you can hold fire until some good deals come out, then I think you're onto a winner. There we go. See you next time.